On today's expose, I wanted to talk about Strife. He first appeared in the New Mutants 86 in February 1990, created by Louise Simonson and Rob Liefeld as the artist and co-writer. He is a clone of Nathan Dayspring Summers. He is also goes by other names like Chaos Bringer, Scion of the Dark Lord, and Cable. He sounds like a walking metal band. Scion of the Dark Lord. So he basically, when baby Nathan was sent to the future, the fuchsia, Mother Ascani was like, well, shit, this baby's pretty important. I'ma clone it. But then Apocalypse got a hold of that baby and was like, I'm gonna take this clone and I'm gonna make it my own. And so he brought up Strife to be an evil Cable. And for a while there was kind of a question, which one's the real Nathan? And it turned out to be Cable. So Strife has all the same powers, extreme telekinesis, telepathy, all that fun stuff. And fun fact, in the comics, in Executioner's Song, not pronounced Executioner's Song, Strife is the one who comes into the past and steals baby Nathan. So he's pretty adjacent to where we are in X-Men 97. I wonder if I'll have any theories about Strife. Which
I go where I wanna go. Jean.
Scott!
Jean?
Scott! I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants! There's always more gators in the bayou.
Don't get it over!
Welcome to this episode of Solving for X. My name is Shawn. I'm the ultimate excavationist.
Oh, and I'm something of an X fan myself, Kevin.
And Kevin, much like any episode with a strong Magneto in it, I thought, who likes Magneto so much that we should call them and see if they could be on the show? But they were busy. So, hi, Chris. How are you?
Hi, I'm here. I like that. It was me, but I told them no, I wouldn't.
We're excited to have you again. So you were on with us for Enter Magneto, like way back when.
Back when.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was, because that's like the beginning of the original series.
Yeah, right?
Hi.
Old. Hi. How you doing?
So tell us about yourself.
I'm here, and I really love X-Men as well. Magneto is actually one of my favorite villains in Marvel in general. So super, I've been super excited just to get to see him kind of shine all throughout this show. Besides that, I love video games. I love anime. I love movies. Yeah, those are things.
Those are all things.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, welcome back. We're excited to have you. You're one of my closest friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you're my best por favor.
You're my best por favor. So, Kevin, before we get started, I wanted to take a second to just congratulate you and talk about you and your brilliance with the Charmed musical. It's out. It's on Words of the Witches podcast. You put so much love and effort into bringing these characters to life and doing it in a very strict way that goes with the show and goes with the lore, goes with the comics. You've brought the songs to life with Aaron Robertson, so thank you for putting this out, and it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, congrats on that, Kevin.
Thank you. Yeah, it was definitely an adventure. I think it took me about a year to write the script, and then had to get it cast, and then we recorded it in 2.5 months, and it was a whole process. But I had to be insanely organized, and I'm not usually that organized. But my passion was just like, no, I have to have everything ready. So it worked out really well. I'm proud.
And what's really lovely about it, if you are really, just like X-Men 87, if you're really into Charmed, there's extra tidbits that are going to make you giggle and shit yourself. If you're not super into Charmed, it's written in such a way that, like, you're along for the ride. Kevin wrote it so that it explains who's who, where we are, what's going on. So it's a musical for anybody. So brilliant,
Yay.
brilliantly done.
Woohoo. Thank you.
Woohoo! And I'm the narrator.
Yeah, narrator. Fade in on the
Yay.
matter.
On the matter. So a couple things. One thing, two things I missed from last episode. I know. How could I miss anything? I miss stuff all the time. Rose Gilberti,
Yes.
Bastian's mom, was
One Man's
actually
Worth.
in. You don't know this. She was a waitress in One Man's Worth.
Waitress.
Really?
Blonde hair,
So,
glasses. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, why DeMaio? I was
Bo.
blanking on his name. Bo DeMaio actually chose her out of One Man's Worth to go with the whole lore and the theory of everything, so you can see her.
Wow.
Yeah,
I forget
Yeah.
which episode that was.
that's the one where Professor X is killed in the 60s, and Bishop and Shard have to
The
go
whole
back
time
and
travel.
stop Nimrod from.
It's a two-parter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And if you remember, all the way back in one of the early episodes, I did say I have a feeling this is the Nimrod from One Man's Worth, or what was the other episode? Time Fugitives, I think is the
Fugitives.
other one. Yeah. So I got that one right. Woohoo! Which I know
Yeah.
our friend of the pod, Ryan Yoria, today called me a witch because of my predictions last episode. Witch, trollop. One other thing that I totally missed that Bo talked about today, or not Bo, sorry, I saw it on somebody's post. William Stryker was also in Tolerance's Extinction Part 1.
Wait, he
Oh.
was?
He's on a TV screen behind Jubilee, which is fitting because he was a televangelist in the original comics.
Mhm.
God Loves, Man
Oh.
Kills.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So many details. So many freaking details.
That's crazy.
Always, all the
Yeah.
time.
I
Yeah.
love all the little Easter eggs they throw into each episode.
Yeah, and we got a lot in this episode.
Yeah, but she, the mom was super. She looked a lot younger in that one. Oh, I guess it was the 60s. That makes sense. I was like, she looks
Yeah.
super young.
Yes, you do.
With her ponytail, her blonde ponytail, red glasses.
I know. I really like her glasses.
Now I
Yeah.
need to go back and watch the original episode and see the mom.
I know, and I'm mad because I did watch it the night before, and I still didn't realize it was her because she's such like a background character.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
to focus
Yeah.
on her.
Right.
One thing that was fun is Bo also put out this week that our homework was to watch Pride of the X-Men. So I freaking love that.
I love that.
I mean, we got
love
those
that
outfits.
episode so much. It's so amazing. I
Yeah.
really wish it had got made into a full, actual series because it was great.
Yeah. It had beautiful animation.
It had amazing animation.
Yeah. So you can hear us talk about Pride of the X-Men in our very first episode of Solving
Yeah.
for X.
X-Men.
Face the day, face the day.
Face the day.
X-Men coming your way.
Yes.
All right. So last week we asked, will Magneto stay a hero? Would you like to know how this polled? Would you like to hear about my poll?
Always, all
poll.
the time. Yes.
Throbbing
Beautiful
poll.
poll.
So,
Kind of short.
it's adequate. So 26% said yes, 74% said no. Judging from how this episode went, the no's got it.
What? Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
No, but you saw me coming last night.
No.
All right, so this episode, Tolerance is Extinction Part 2. This is why we shouldn't have Chris on the show ever.
I didn't.
This aired May 8th, 2024. Today, story by Anthony Soliti, directed by Emmett Yonomura. And did either of you notice anything in the opening credits besides Wolverine was the previously on voice?
No.
I saw Storm in her OG outfit, her new outfit.
Yes!
So that was
Oh,
super
the new
exciting.
outfit. Oh, yeah.
And the new
Yeah.
old outfit.
Yeah, the new old outfit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those Prime Sentinels walking around.
Yes!
I think they're in
you
I think they're in the
noticed.
last episode too.
Oh, I didn't notice that. So in the beginning, when the heroes and villains are coming and gonna clash,
Yeah.
you know how people run between them?
Yeah.
They were prime sentences.
I did not notice that.
I noticed it really quick, and I rewound. I was like, I know I'm right. I know that's the. It's so
Yeah.
quick, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get started. The sun rises over a powerless world. Xavier sits up in bed. Magneto contemplates becoming the villain once more. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say this. The minute Wolverine did the voiceover, I was like, holy shit, I was right. It's all
Yep.
going down. My predictor right thing. Bastion suddenly walks his mother's corpse to her resting place. That was so sad. Jubes and Birdo are
Tears.
being chased through the streets by bigots. Storm and Forge come to their rescue. Xavier surveys the ruined manor as Nito raises Asteroid M from the depths.
That was amazing, by the way. Like, just watching him pull that up, and you're just like, oh, he's pissed.
Oh, yeah, she mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, was it that sad that Bastion was killing his mother? I mean, carrying his mother because he turned her into a Sentinel.
I guess not, but he was crying. Like, I just felt a little bad for him.
I didn't.
He probably turned her into Sentinel to make her stronger and safe from mutants. You know, I mean, it's probably his way of making her. You know, I don't know, because and technically, are they really dead though? If the power goes back on, can they come back to life?
That's true. That's a good point. So I guess she's not really dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Touche, Kevin.
Well,
Touche.
yeah, to be fair, he didn't kill them. He just shut down the, electromagnetism.
Yeah, that's a big word for you.
Although I would argue that she was. I mean, she was always a bigoted lady based off what we know later. So
Yeah, that's true.
Xavier calls Scott and Jean to his side. Psych chastises Wheels for leaving Magneto in charge. Great plan, Dad. Xavier tells Scott he wanted Jean and Scott to be free of the X-Men. Xavier tells Scott he wants him to have a normal life with Jean. Scott tells Xavier that ship has sailed. He can't rest until mutants are free. Scott gets frustrated and walks out on Xavier.
Yeah, like Xavier held out his hand to be like, work with me, Scott. And Scott was like, nope. Psych.
Walking away. Psych, because that's my name.
Yeah, that's my name.
I also thought that was like a pretty important scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it showed like Scott has been through so much turmoil within the last like 4 or 5 episodes. And you can tell that like he's at a point where he kind of almost just doesn't trust anyone at this point. So I thought that was really pivotal that he was just like, you know what, like I'm going to go along with this, but I'm not really in lieu with you.
Yeah, and what I like is I feel like Scott was resistant to Maddie, her original plan to leave the X-Men, and then she sold him on it. So he was like bags packed, ready to go. And now he's like, balls deep back in it. So I think this is just him like, I'm done. Like, I can't escape this life. It is what it is. This is who I am.
And he's like, you're stupid. You think like with all this happening, even if we were left, we still would have been drawn back into this. You know, it's like I'm still going to be fighting for my safety no matter where I go, no matter what I do. So.
Yeah. And what I really appreciate about Bo's writing right here is this was Chris Claremont's original plan to have Cyclops leave the team. I've talked about this before, but he was supposed to go meet Maddie, marry Maddie, live a life with Maddie, and then, of course, Marvel was like, bring Jean back. But that was the original plan. So I feel like this is kind of a nod to, like, Cyclops did leave at a certain point to live out his life away from the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And he deserves it.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
But can you be nice to Cyclops for once?
I know, it's weird, right? Like, I've heard so many people be like, I actually like Cyclops in this.
Yeah.
And I agree. Like, it's funny. It makes him so much more human. Like, he's not just the little, like, Boy Scout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I've always seen this in him. but so
You've also seen yourself in him.
Yeah, I was like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
well, yeah, but like, because they don't always show it so evidently in things, but like in my mind, I've always had this. He's always had this trauma, and like I've always like seen that in him. So the fact that now it's can be more mainstream is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, scene 3. Rogue finally wakes up in the infirmary. Nightcrawler comes to comfort her. He tells her that Trask survived, along with. Rogue gets a little emotional. She's like, Remy? And she's like, but it ain't.
But it ain't. Yeah, the hope that she had that it was Remy, like, it's heartbreaking.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And also, like, you can tell that Rogue is she's just kind of over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, you see it a lot in the last episode, obviously, but, they just keep, like, pushing her,
Yeah. I know, and Lenore Zan, who does the voice of Rogue, told us, like, this is just the beginning. Her seeing Gambit and Magneto die, or supposedly die, that's just the beginning. Like, she's got a road ahead of her.
And that's so exciting.
Yeah. I mean, this is why we all love Rogue.
Right, exactly. Yeah. She's on it. She's on a mission.
Yeah, and I think it's cool because I feel like in the old show, like obviously she was around, but I felt like she was kind of more of a side character. Like she didn't really get a lot of shine. And so I feel I like that they're like focusing in more on her.
Yeah.
Do we talk about Xavier's hover chair being broken and he had to go back to basics?
We didn't.
And I love that the episodes are longer so we can take time to show things like that. Like that's such an image to see the big like girder through his wheelchair. Like everything's ruined, even his fucking chair.
Yeah. I also thought it was interesting because I was expecting when he came back, I was expecting that he was still going to have the Shi'ar armor, but he didn't. So I thought that was also very interesting.
You mean the Shi'ar already done had hers?
Yes.
I wrote to Casey Crypto, by the way, to let him know like we died from his submission, so it was the winner.
Yeah.
I was really pleased.
All right, anything else to add to this scene, Kevin?
No, I'm good.
All right. One thing I forgot to bring up too, I was a little sad that Jubilee didn't get her new outfit in the opening credits. I love her new outfit.
Well, maybe she'll get it in the next one.
Maybe it's one change at a time. All right, Storm, Forge, Jubes, and Birdo come home to the manor. Jean is ecstatic to see Storm has returned and with her powers. Beast marvels at Forge's leg. Oh, look at that leg. It didn't even shut down. And its resistance to Nito's power. Jean, I feel like that's going to come into play somehow. Like, for sure, he has anti-Magneto tech.
Yep.
Jean tells Storm they are getting ready to go to Muir Island, leaving the dilapidated manor behind. There's that dilapidated word again. The team comes together to make a plan to get Nito to reverse what he has done. Scott deploys the blue team.
Blue team.
Moment.
Man.
You got mail. 90s moments.
So in the 90s, the blue team and the gold team were like a big deal. Like the blue team, I believe, was Scott, Iceman, Beast, Archangel, Psylocke.
Interesting how that one's the blue team and most of them
are blue. That's true.
Or wearing blue.
Right.
Yeah. And gold team was Storm, Jean, Colossus, Wolverine, I think? Or was he on the blue team? I think he was on the blue team. I don't remember. I'd have to look at my playing cards again. I don't remember. But yeah, they were like Uncanny X-Men focused on one of the teams and X-Men focused on the other team. So they each had their own title and they cross over sometimes. So this is a big like comic book nerds orgasm that they're using the blue team and the gold team monikers. So blue team to fight Nito and gold team to go after Bastion. Beast tells the team he may have a plan to cure the Prime Sentinel nanotech. So we talked about that last episode.
So one thing I wanted to point out about this is I actually really love how how they're nurturing Jean and Storm's relationship.
Yes.
Like they're making them like so close, and they call each other sister all the time. And like I think that's so interesting because you never really saw that in the old show. So I think that's really, really cool. And being that the two of them are so powerful, like I just love to see that.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been praising the fact that we actually get to see the sisterhood. We don't just hear about it like the original show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As Beast makes a plan to stop the Prime Sentinels, Xavier goes into story time. Story time! He reveals that he sensed Bastion's power at a young age. He tried recruiting Bastion, but he was turned away by Mrs. Gilberti. Xavier assumed Bastion's power to speak to machinery was a mutation. Berto brings up Xavier leaving Nito in charge. Scott shuts him down and orders the team to deploy. Nightcrawler will teleport them to Muir Island.
Which is a really big fucking teleport for Nightcrawler. I have questions.
Well, it's been 5 years, so he's had time to develop his powers and get stronger. So
That's
I've been there before.
Yeah. He's been practicing. I mean, he does eventually get to a point where he could do stuff like that. It was just interesting to see he's already there in the show.
Orbean, there we go.
I think that's smart, just because, I mean, there's been a gap of time, right?
Yeah.
And, obviously they're getting better with it that time. So I think it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. We have a 90s moment.
Man.
You've got mail. 90s moments.
Did you notice
90s
the
moment.
printer paper? It had all the little holes in the sides, like the 90s printer.
Cool. And then you get the preparation to tear it off.
What's funny is when I was young, for some reason, I'm old. Everybody, hi, I'm old. I just turned 40.
We know.
I really liked the little guy from AMC. He was made out of the movie reel. Do you remember him? Like the movie.
I think I'd have to see it again.
What's it called? The panes of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I would go home and I'd take the printer paper and I would put the little arms and legs on it to emulate the AMC little guy.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, it's like the film. The film, whatever.
Yeah, the film. There you go. Yeah. So that was Shawn as a kid.
Those printer papers, they were fun. I just love tearing them off. There was
I think
very
we all
satisfying about that.
It was. And I did want to point out, again, I feel like just off of the hair and the outfits in this series, you could write a whole thesis. Rogue is wearing one of her newer outfits in this scene, but it's one of the outfits that emulates her older outfit from when she was a villain. So I think this says a lot about where Rogue is right now, that she's wearing this retro kind of villain outfit and she's wearing Gambit's jacket over the retro villain outfit.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you can tell, like I mentioned before, you can see just how angry she is. You know what I mean? She's not just upset or sad. She is pissed.
Yeah.
She's out for blood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the lab and see what's on the slab. Beast and Forge are hard at work on modifying a power dampening collar. Storm comes in and demands to be impressed. The two men tell Storm the collar was strong enough to shut down Jean as Dark Phoenix. They plan on recalibrating it to shut down Bastion. But then she's like, nope, you better not be taking away his powers because I know how that feels.
Yeah, she got mad.
She was like, no, we're not doing that.
Well, and I like because that saying, I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. Right now, Bastion's her worst enemy, and she stuck up for him. You can't do that to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Rogue contemplates life on her own by the lake. Xavier comes to join her. The two reflect on Remy. Rogue blames Xavier for not seeing the team as people, but just as students. That was heavy.
Yes,
that was a great line.
Yeah.
Xavier begins to apologize when Asteroid M dramatically makes its entrance. It is Magneto! So I guess I didn't have to say dramatically. The team comes to join Xavier and Rogue in facing Magneto. Xavier pleads with Nito to undo what he has done to the world. Nito shares with Xavier the beauty of Genosha and how it has inspired him. Nito reflects on Leech's death and how it haunts him. Nito implores the team to come with him to live away from humanity. Rogue leaves Gambit's jacket with Xavier and joins Nito. Birdo follows, much to Jubilee's chagrin. The trio head into Asteroid M. So what this makes me think of is this moment from when I was younger. I believe, I want to say, I'm probably wrong, but I think it's X-Men 300. So Colossus has just lost Ileana to the legacy virus. So he is completely disillusioned, just like Rogue is right now with losing Remy. And Magneto comes down during Ileana's funeral to be like, hey guys, come with me. And the team, of course, don't take it well. And I remember
Colossus went with him, right?
Cyclops and two other people focused their energy into Bishop to supercharge him to shoot Magneto. And at the last second, Colossus came and punched Bishop in the back. And yeah, he went with Magneto. So I love how, even though, and this is something I always preach, even though it's not the story from the comics, it's reminiscent and it's something that we can follow and is familiar to us.
Yeah. I also wanted to say that, like, one thing that I noticed, especially when you were talking about how, like, when Magneto was talking about how, like, Leech died in his arms. One thing that I know that hit hard. But one thing that I noticed is, like, every point that Magneto gives, Charles just almost kind of, like, doesn't even acknowledge it. He's just like, but this is my thing, like, my thing, like, my thing. Like, he does not acknowledge the pain that Magneto's in, or he doesn't acknowledge the frustration or any of it. He's just like, well, but we have to have it my way. So I thought that was very interesting,
right?
And very telling.
It's like he's not having any kind of sympathy or any. It's weird.
None.
Well, and they're doing a good job of writing Xavier of, like, you're out of touch, old man. Like, you ditched us all. Everything has gone to shit, and now you're just gonna come and preach the same old tune. Like, we're past that. Like, your dream is a nightmare. Like, come on.
And this is something I predicted. So good.
yeah, you did. I also thought it was very telling that Rogue was like, "Who's next, Jean?" Yeah, this is the 32nd time that she's gonna die.
And the fact that she gives the coat to Xavier. She's like, "This is part of me that I'm leaving behind now. This is kind of like representing her X-Men life." She's like, "No," it's like, "I've got bigger things to do."
Yeah, and I feel like it's her leaving behind, like, her grief for Gambit, ready to start over, and also to remind Xavier, like, this is what we lost while you were fucking Lilandra in space.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We know we're in Scotland because bagpipes. Cable is polishing his huge gun when Psyche comes in. Psyche and Cable both admit they don't want to go to space, but they know they have to. Cable whines again about how Jean isn't his mother. She's not my mommy. Cable is unhappy with his circus outfit. Fighting outfit.
The bagpipes. Even though the Moira and the Banshee are like dead right now, they're like, whatever, it's still bagpipe season.
Yeah, exactly. We're just going to use your dead people home, so that's great. And this is where we get the line. I was so excited about this line. What did you expect? Black leather?
I was like, oh, it was so good. It was so good.
And I shared with you, Kevin, on our X-Men the movie episode how much I didn't like the what did you expect yellow spandex. So the fact that, like, they're kind of throwing it back at the movie, I love it. This is great.
And I didn't realize that line was trying to throw, like, be such a diss to the comic books. I didn't, because Bryan Singer's going about like, yeah, we're gonna move past the comic books, and that's why it was such a heartbreaking thing. I thought it was just cheeky, but the fact that he was really truly believed that the comic books were obsolete, it makes it
That's
even harder.
crazy.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that line. And
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you reminded me.
Yeah.
So, and our friends, To Me, My X-Men, it was funny. As I was researching, they messaged us with a cameo. So we see Xavier's old chairs, and we see the Wolverine cycle, which was a toy put out by Toy Biz in the 90s.
Oh, really?
Yes. Which was so random. I was trying to see, like, I couldn't find what those other vehicles were. I'm sure they've, like, been special at some point in the comics, but I really just couldn't find anything on those.
Yeah, a lot of them are very obscure. I know that
I remember that.
That one blue
I showed a
one
picture.
is something, but I can't tell you what it is.
Oh, those are detailed.
Yeah. I know it exists somewhere.
I know. That's the one I was trying to find the most, because the rest were just like random cars that have probably been used here and there, but I feel like that one's special.
Yeah. I think one of them was like a car that Magneto was in a past episode. They're pulling up somewhere, but yeah, I don't know.
I do think it's kind of funny because Eric Lewald, who's, our best friend now, talked about in his book how they wanted to give like the X-Men like their own vehicles with their faces on them and stuff, and he fought so hard to keep those out of the show. And now one of them made it into the show. Thanks a lot, Bo DeMaio.
I also think I know what car you're talking about, Kevin. The Magneto car, like wasn't that the old X-Men show for like wasn't there one in like the 60s or something like that? Yeah, I know exactly what. And he's like stuck in traffic or something like that. And you're like, why is Magneto stuck in traffic in a car?
In a car.
Craziness.
Your craziness.
Oh, yeah, I know. Meanwhile, Xavier meets with Kelly on the astral plane. Xavier urges Kelly to not attack Nito. It will only escalate. Xavier begs Kelly to let his team handle the situation. In a montage, the team prepare to enact their plan. Beast sits with a comatose Trish Tilby-Bot, and Jubilee incinerates Berto's card out of anger. She's like, he left me! And then President Kelly gives Xavier the go-ahead, but he threatens to act swiftly if the X-team fails.
Was that purposely a Jurassic Park quote? Because that's what I got. Okay, good. I'm with you, girl. I'm with you.
Thank you.
Would you like your next cameo? I'm so excited by this one.
Okay.
Come out, wherever you are.
Don't worry about us, Dingo. We'll make sure we can. Cameo.
I don't know if you noticed, but the card Jubilee is holding shows Roberto's address, 1 Claremont Avenue.
Oh.
Which, of course, Roberto was created by Chris Claremont. And the phone number it shows, I believe it's a phone number, 009-071-982. These numbers are significant because Berto's first appearance ever was September 7th, 1982, which is what those numbers are.
Wow.
Right when I saw the card, I'm like, I know there's going to be like something special about this card. So I paused it and I was like, I know that date.
Wow. That's crazy.
So, and Berto first appeared in Marvel graphic novel number 4, The New Mutants. So that's what it's referring to.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of things that were very subtle that could go unnoticed, Rogue actually, back when she left with Magneto, she referred to Morph as them.
Yes, I noticed that.
I noticed that as well.
So I was like, oh,
that was pretty amazing.
Fun. She's better than us.
And it's interesting. Yeah, she's better than we say he all the time. We try so hard not to, but it's
okay.
So hard.
I get it. There's a character in Guilty Gear named Testament, and in the most recent version, they decided that they're them.
Yeah.
And I've been calling them he for 20 years.
Yeah.
So trying to like delete that from your memory and change it, it slips. I get it.
Yeah, and we agreed, Morph has always been male presenting, and for 30 years we thought of him as a he. So it's a big change. Whereas, our friend Jesse, who we've always known as they. Like, it's easier to refer to them as they.
Because we know them.
Yeah.
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 All right. Scott and Jean meet one last time, in my theory, to say their goodbyes before heading out with their respective teams. Bastion awakens as the gold team approach his island. He activates his sentinels to attack. Forge realizes that the sentinels must be powered by Bastion's technopathy directly since all the power's out. Jean and Storm have a moment before Storm exits the jet to fight the sentinels. Jean takes Morph, Cable, and Beast down to the island to fight on foot. And Bo today actually said this island is greatly inspired by 007. He really wanted to do like the classic like evil lair in a volcano type of thing.
But I love the lines with each other, like mind your weather your mind. Oh
Yeah, that
was so good.
Yeah, and they like put their heads together. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I love element of the relationship. I think it's amazing.
They really are.
Yeah. All right. Storm calls upon the weather to fend off the Sentinels as Forge flies the jet as a distraction. Down below, Jean and her team scour the island for Bastion. Beast tracks the Sentinel signal to inside the volcano. The team has come across an old town. The gold team are suddenly ambushed by Sentinels. Morphs into Hulk, and the team locks into battle.
Wait. You hear that?
It's morphin time!
Morphs. I love that.
Morph
The team easily dispatches the Sentinels. Enter Mr. Sinister. He starts a fight with Jean. Sinister taunts Jean with answers to when he switched Jean and Maddie. Jean refuses Sinister's taunts and knocks him down with balls. So many balls. Just lots of balls. Strike!
By the way, Chris, I would like you to know Kevin is a huge Drawn Together fan.
Oh, I was going to say Ken balls.
Ken balls. So when you do your Captain Hero impersonation, Kevin knows exactly what you're doing.
Yes.
I actually, when I first met Chris, he made me rewatch the whole series because I had never finished it on TV. I would watch like half of it, but
yeah, and I love that series so much.
And
that's like, it's so amazing.
And this is why we say when we want to say parallel, we say plur.
We have so much like made up thing. Now we have to every once in a while be like, we do this because this.
I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What were we doing? I forget.
Number 12. It's you.
Oh, I wanted to talk about Sinister. It's still so crazy to me that we're seeing Sinisters behind, because in the original series, it was so they couldn't draw him so easily. So we're seeing his back. So like, what? Whoa!
I didn't even think about that, and you're right. Because in this fight, like he's everywhere. Like they animated the hell out of this guy, and like
his little
it
flips
was
in
so
the air
fun to finally do that.
Yeah, I
you
even
never saw behind him in the old show.
Yeah. I said to Shawn earlier, I was like, it was so cool to see Sinister actually fighting for once. You know what I mean? Like he's not just like sitting in the background, but like actually doing things. And you're like, oh God, like he's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and I like, I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen it in the comics, but I like this idea of like his shadow power. Like he can kind of go into shadow and pop up out of shadow. And they probably used it, but it's like in comics you don't see it as much. So that was cool.
Yeah, I thought that was really
neat. Very fun action scenes.
Yeah, and this is why Mr. Sinister has always been my favorite villain. I love him. I love Mr. Sinister. He's a drag queen, and he's so dramatic, and I love him.
Exactly.
I also, speaking of Sinister, I also love when when Morph goes to Bastion.
No, we're not talking about that yet. We're not there. Chris, don't invite him again, Kevin.
Do you want to talk about the diner?
Oh, yes. And Kevin just reminded me, the diner. Did you notice the diner? It was Bo's diner.
Oh, really?
It showed really quick, and then I think it's Jean who's smashed
yeah.
into it, or is it Sinister? One of them smashes into it.
I think it was Sinister.
Yeah, it's quick.
Huh.
But yeah, Bo's Diner. Second cameo from
DeMaio.
Wow.
No,
DeMaio's Diner.
DeMaio.
Yeah. Do you know where the first appearance was?
I-
Oh, what the hell? This is what? Oh my
Oh
god!
my goodness gracious! So unprofessional.
That is my alarm to tell me to move my car so that I don't get tickets for street.
Oh, okay.
Well, fine. Forgiven.
All right, let's start this over. Do you know where the first cameo was?
I do not.
It was in episode 5. Bo was one of the mutants on the rooftop
Oh.
where Gambit like sacrificed himself to save the
With
people on
Jake.
the roof. He
With
was
Jake,
up there with
yeah.
Castor.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I would not have even known that.
Yeah, I actually missed it the first time. In front of the pod, Ryan Yorio had to be like, "Did you see Bo?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
And Guy was with us. He's like, "You missed that? Oh my gosh, it's so
Yeah.
obvious."
Guy shamed me. I was shamed by Sunspot. All right, 12, baby.
Who? Me?
You, baby.
I
yeah,
can't
you.
remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
You naughty Carl.
Oh, spank me. Okay.
That's
Meanwhile, speaking of spanking in space, an astronaut looks on as the Blackbird lands on asteroid M. Rogue and Sunspot pry open the jet, but they find no one aboard. Nightcrawler ported them onto asteroid M. The team find themselves in front of Magneto, master of magnetism, and she angry. Wolverine goes to attack, but Rogue and Sunspot enter the battle. As everyone fights, Xavier pleads to Nito to stop. Jubilee and Sunspot lock into a lover's quarrel. Yeah, Sunspot's like, pew, pew. And Jubilee's like, oh, you hit me. He's like, I'm going to pew, pew, pew now. He's like, no, sorry. He's like, no. You're not sorry.
You're not sorry. You hate me.
I would just like to say about Magneto being mad. She was so mad. She was stuck like this for 3 hours.
Crash, you smash
Not a
it.
together reference.
Yeah. I think she already knew. This to me, like seeing the X-Men in these outfits and seeing Nightcrawler porting them onto Asteroid M, like this is straight up a reference to Pride of the X-Men, and I'm here for it. I love it.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, I love that they were like, well, we're going back to the original outfits. Like, I thought that was super cool.
Yeah. As Xavier wait, is it my turn? Yeah, it's my turn. Okay. As Xavier begs Nito to stop, Nito dramatically shuts Xavier up with a piece of metal. Shut up. That gave me very like Joe Biden and President Trump moment.
That was so awesome.
You shut up.
He was like, I have waited a long time to say these 2 words to you.
Right.
Shut up.
Yeah. Xavier can't be silenced though, because she mental. He reaches out to Scott psychically and orders him to remove Nito's helmet. Scott questions Xavier. He feels the gold team needs more time. So I was confused by this on my first watch through, but I figured out, and correct me if I'm wrong, so Scott's worried that if they take out Magneto too soon, all of the Prime Sentinels will reactivate on Earth and then attack the X-Men.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay.
Exactly.
I
And
kind
that's
of
why.
so I was confused at first because like when I saw him shoot Xavier down.
We're not there yet. You can
Yeah,
talk about it.
no,
Oh,
yeah, we are.
Oh,
Aren't we? That's why he
yeah.
stops because he's.
Oh, yeah, you did. You're right.
Yeah, they're taking over Magneto's
Yeah.
mind, and he's like, yeah.
rude.
I just like the show.
Powers.
You can't shame me when I'm right. Yeah, like when he shoots Xavier down, I thought that was him being like, actually, yeah, no, Magneto's right. Like I'm going with Magneto, and then he, oh no, we need more time. And I was like, oh wait, what? Yeah,
Yeah.
that confused me a little bit.
I kind of thought he did it because he felt Xavier was going too far. I thought this was going to be like maybe the moment that Xavier shuts down Magneto's mind. But yeah, so it's not.
I mean, because it did look very graphic and very painful. So I mean, there's that too. But yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, it's the Sentinel thing because Scott has seen the horrors. He does not want a repeat of that again.
Yeah, And it
So-
was like you bringing that up, like generally speaking, when you see Charles enter other people's minds, like it doesn't look like it hurts them. It
Right.
looks more like they're just like, oh, like I want you to stop, but it's not like hurting. But like Nito looked like he was physically in pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Gina.
All right. Back on Earth, Mr. Sister slinks into Bastion's chamber. He's holding the Bastion dampening collar. Bastion sees through Morph's power and takes them down. And in comes Beast, who grabs the collar and makes a play for Bastion. Beast is also taken down, and Bastion takes the collar into his possession.
It's morphin' time, Mr. Sinister.
Go, go, Mr. Sinister. I really liked this, and I love the quote that Bastion used. He was like, "Know your place." Mr. Sinister would never stake
Yep.
his life for another no, the snake. Mr.
snake.
Sinister
Right.
would never risk his life for another person. And I was like,
Yeah.
dang, like that is
Yeah.
some. Your tone?
Yep. When I was younger, my sister knew how much I love Mr. Sinister, so I don't know why it bothered me so much. She would call him Mr. Sister, and it bothered me so much. And now I'm like, yes, Mr. Sister, get it. But
Mr.
Yeah.
Sister. Never knew
Mr.
how much I miss you. 90s.
Oh, Roger.
Right.
maybe that'll be the episode.
There you go.
Sister.
There you go.
Oh, you go back to back, and one will be in the little flower hat. The flower.
Yeah.
Oh, good times.
Good time.
Outside, Forge continues to draw the Sentinels away. I was going to, draw. No, draw the Sentinels away with the Blackbird. The Blackbird is shot down, and Storm with it. Storm lands in the water as the jet crash lands. Ta-da.
Yeah. Bam, bitch went down. Wow.
What happened?
Ugh. I feel like though, even though this is Storm getting shot down once again, it's not as frustrating as it sometimes was in the original series, because she would just be like flying in place and like, hey everybody, what's up? I'm Storm and hanging out right here.
Right, no, right. Like, yeah, this was more like she's flying in the middle of a battle already. Like they know they're
and they
shooting
gotta
things
ambush
out.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and she was trying to save the Blackbird from falling. It wasn't like she was just like randomly floating around.
Yeah. And luckily Archangel wasn't on the Blackbird.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh. I told everybody the story of how I grabbed.
Yeah.
They fucking deal what I think they're gonna do.
Archangel.
I hate this movie. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what he said. All right. Elsewhere on the island, Jean and Mr. Sister continue their showdown. Mr. Sister reveals that he has been waiting for Nathan to return before he makes any more moves. Just then, Jean is shot by Cable. She bubbles up just before impact. Cable has a diamond on his head and is now being controlled by Sinister. Cable begins a psychic attack on Jean, inundating her with power. Jean desperately calls out to Scott. She pulls his psyche to her to tell him she loves him. Oh. Scott is suddenly thrust back into the present. Thrust back. Scott. Thrust onto Asteroid M. So I kind of have two theories here. One of them, this is funny because I inspired Ryan Yorio to have a theory in episode 3, which in turn, his theory has inspired me to have a theory. Which I don't think this is Cable, because the fact that the diamond shows up on his forehead, that's usually something that happens, especially in Sins of Sinister, with someone that Sinister has cloned and created that diamond as a way of control. And Nathan was the baby of a clone, so he wasn't a direct clone. I'm wondering if Sinister cloned Nathan and if this is Strife, which is why I use Strife as the expose for today.
Oh.
Oh.
Coincidence.
Yeah. And I think that would be an easier pill to swallow because I don't know how you guys feel, but I think Jean was killed right here. The way the blast got harder, the way she lost contact with Scott, I think she dead.
I kind of don't. Like, I feel like I don't feel like that's enough to kill Jean. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, is Nathan psychically more powerful than
Yeah.
her? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's crazy telekinetic. But also, I was thinking, if he exerts his power this much, doesn't that make him vulnerable to the virus?
It does. Yeah, because his power's that holds the virus at bay.
Right.
And there was no virus happening.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That is
because
interesting.
if it's Strife, then he technically should not have the virus.
Yeah, Strife was never infected with the TO virus, so he had like unlimited power. So, I mean, I do still have some questions because Sinister said he was waiting for Nathan. So, if he was waiting for Nathan, if it is Strife and he cloned Strife, then why was he waiting for him unless he's not the one who cloned it? Well, it is his diamond. So I don't know. I'm not completely sold on my theory that it's Strife, but it would be cool.
Yeah. And I keep thinking that Phoenix stuff is going to come back because they keep showing Phoenix stuff in the opening credits. So is Phoenix going to come back in here at some point? You know,
it might.
Well, and I think knowing that this has been renewed up through season 3, and Bo actually wrote season 2 before he was fired, I do wonder if the long game is like in the comics where Jean dies in this moment because this is around the time that she died in the comics when Emma got her diamond form. Yeah. So that would make sense as to why Emma got her diamond form. It would put her and Scott together. And then I wonder if Jean comes back later in the series again like she does in the comics. That would make sense.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, those are my 2 theories. Strife, not Cable, and Jean is dead. Dead. Oh, and the other part of my theory is it would explain why Nathan's being so vague about where Bishop is. Because if he's Strife, he was never with Bishop. So Bishop would still be with the real Nathan.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
The drama.
And then the drama started.
Back on Asteroid M. Scott comes to and sees Wolverine struggling with Magneto's helmet. Magneto uses his power to throw Logan off. Logan flies away with Magneto's helmet in hand. Xavier starts his assault on Magneto's mind. Scott shoots Xavier to stop him from taking down Magneto. Scott tells Xavier Gold Team needs more time.
So this is what we were talking about before. Was it now? I thought it was earlier. I'm confused.
I guess it happened.
I thought it happened around the same time.
Yeah.
Well, I think because the show moves so much quicker than us talking about it, that's probably why we feel it was sooner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wrote this scene by scene as I was watching it. So, yeah. So my shaming of
that was correct. I was so hoping you would remember.
Shame.
Shame.
All right. Nito suddenly gets up and she ain't happy. She uses her power to throw everyone away from her. Nito puts his helmet on Charles and takes him captive. Titans on your head. And I'm guessing that's going to inhibit his power too. The way that it kept him out, it's probably going to keep things in too.
Yep.
So that's cool. Logan suddenly stabs Nito in the back. Literally. Stabby stab. And he says something about like, you know, the brave always die first or whatever. What'd you say?
Yeah, something about like in war, the brave always die first, which to me is like an extra fuck you that Wolverine's bringing up Nito's time during the war. Like, ouch.
Yeah.
Well, in the 92 show, Wolverine said it, but in the 92 show, Magneto said the brave are always the first to die as well. So he's bringing back a line that Magneto said.
He is so good with this memory stuff.
Wow, right? I don't remember that.
Yeah. This is I can't quit you, Kevin. I can't quit you.
Not the arms?
It's like, thank you. Okay. No, but yeah, so it's interesting that he's bringing that back, and I think it's also like there's a certain kinship there in a way that he sees him, but it's also like, yeah, you can't, this is not this is not what we're doing right now. So, I have to finish the scene. Okay. Everyone looks on in terror. Nito uses his power to take control of Logan's skeleton. Cindy, it's just a skeleton. Anyway, and pulls the adamantium skeleton out. Yeah, that was dramatic because Magneto's the drama.
I also very much liked Magneto's line where he was like, "This is where this little feud between us actually ends. Like, we're done."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my God, it's happening."
Yeah.
Yep. So this is straight up adapted from Fatal Attractions. Almost, very similar story. The X-Men go up to Asteroid M to stop Magneto and save Colossus. And Magneto gets fed up after Wolverine stabs him and pulls out his skeleton. So, I talked about last week where this is almost certainly headed. Onslaught.
Right, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I also, I just wanted to point out how I love that this show came out now. Because if you think about, all of the struggles they had with the old show with things that they couldn't show.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Now you can show Rogue being pissed off and dropping someone off of a building. You can show Logan actually stabbing someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm glad we're getting it in this.
You can see the freaking adamantium pulled from his skeleton, which
Right.
is crazy. They could have never shown that.
Right.
Yeah. I have a question. I know in the comics it looked like similar to that too, but is it supposed to be liquidy like this, or is it supposed to be stiff?
I think because Magneto's controlling it, he makes it liquidy.
That's kind of how I took it out. I was like, he's like, this is how this is what I'm going to do to it to pull it out of you.
Okay. So he's being all Terminator, like T2 style.
Yeah.
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 So wow, that is our flippin' episode. So let's get into some deets, shall we? So I know I bring him up all the time, but Ryan was messaging me today after this episode, and I wanted to mention his theory, which I thought was really cool, and I'm kind of on board. So his theory is that Gambit will come back, but not how we'd expect. He thinks that Gambit will come back as one of the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse.
Ooh, that would be really interesting.
Yeah,
and I think it fits the style of you can get people back, but it may not be in the way that you expect, like Prue status.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Gambit would be all gray with white hair and evil. So we'd probably see a struggle of Rogue trying to get him back.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, Mr. Yorio.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool.
And I think that fits the time period because that happens in, I think, around 2000 to 2004. And the show has gone up to 2001-ish.
Okay.
So that's why I think Bo is very much sticking to the 90s. That's why I don't think we're going to get Krakoa yet because that's very now. That seems too far ahead. Yeah. All right, so let's each talk about how we like this episode, and at the same time, we'll go ahead and rate it either Britishly bitchin' like Emma, pretty cool like Iceman, Australian Wolverine, you kind of love it but kind of hate it, fat and sweaty like Jubilee, or unspeakable like X-Men Origins Deadpool. Chris.
Well, I would say we're going to call it Britishly bitchin' like Emma Frost.
And tell us why. What did you like about the episode?
I loved it's so dark, I think, and there's just so many things happening. And like I spoke about before, you get to see a lot that you wouldn't get to see in the old show. You get to see Logan stabbing someone. You get to see there's just, I don't know, it's just there's just so much.
Yeah. Cool. How about you, Kevin?
This one I was struggling with a little bit because it's like I like everything about. I think because for me, like the ones that are like the ones rank highest to me are the ones that have a strong emotional core to them. This one wasn't as emotional as some of the other ones, I would say, but it's still very good and very action heavy and very. It's more subdued in a way, but also very important. So I want to give it like a Britishly bitchin' minus.
Okay, so you're still going with Britishly bitchin', just a minus?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. This one, like, it has a lot of really cool things going. It's kind of like the second parter, so it's the transitory episode. So, like, it doesn't have the big things going on. There's like big moments here and there, but like, I agree. It's kind of in the middle. I'm also going to give it Britishly bitchin' like Emma, just because like Wolverine got his adamantium pulled out. That's freaking amazing. I never thought I'd see that on TV. So this was a great episode. Yeah. What would you say? Who would you say is the most excellent player, MXP?
Ooh, this episode.
Yeah,
It's a little bit
and if
trickier.
you have one, Kevin, you can go first. Whoever's ready can go.
Yeah. This one was I'll go. It was a little trickier because there's lots of people moving around and nothing super serious, but I think I'm gonna give it to Magneto.
What? Oh, Magneto was right.
He was right.
Or if you're
because
choir, Magneto was left.
yeah, I'm gonna get to Magneto. I think because this is kind of his show. This is him in the aftermath. He's made his decision. He's going to, he put his offer out there, and yeah, he is holding a lot of the cards right now. So yeah,
Why
and
did you say cards? You know we're still reeling from
I know,
Gambit.
I know. But like we understand where he's coming from. Rogue understands where he's coming from because they're kind of coming from the same place. The fact that it's the whole leech thing again, because he talks about how this person trusted him. He had full faith in him, and it still couldn't save him. And he feels like he failed and let him down, and that's why he's fighting so hard. So yeah, him.
Oh, wow. Okay. Did you think of someone?
I was having a hard time thinking of someone, and I kind of agree with Kevin.
Wow.
Because like I can't really think of anyone that like super stood out in this one, except maybe Rogue, because like I feel like her transition to Magneto's side, I feel was like very big, because I feel like she's always been the like the not down to earth is not what was not like level-headed, like bring everybody back to like what's right, blah blah blah, and like you can see that she's so broken, and she's like, you know what, this is what I need to do because I care more about my people than I do about this dream of coexisting with everybody else. So yeah, I would say if not Magneto, then I would say
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it to Nightcrawler. And my reasoning is I love seeing his devotion to Rogue. It kind of like chokes me up a little to think that he was sitting by Rogue's side the whole time. And this is someone he barely knows, who he's taken in as his sister. I don't know why I stuttered right there. And then like the fact that he teleported everybody to Muir Island, he teleported everybody onto Asteroid M. Like he is the secret weapon and like the transport. He's the Page of this episode.
And you know how you love Paige.
I do love Paige. I love Paige's story in the musical.
Thank you.
Welcome. I'm really trying to make sure everybody knows about your musical because I love it.
cool.
Yeah, have you heard his Charm the Musical?
Oh,
I'm a narrator.
It's unprecedented, the first of its kind. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. What would you say is the X factor? So this is either like your favorite moment or something that showcases the ideals of X-Men or the X-Men comics. And I have mine. I can go first if you guys want me to.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. For me, what I really love about this episode is it shows how fragile Xavier and Magneto's ideals are. Like at any given time, any one of the X-Men can be swayed either way. It's something that we see constantly in the comics. You know, we talked about Colossus going to Magneto's side. We've talked about, Magneto goes to Cyclops' side when Cyclops starts Utopia where all the mutants can live. Like, we've seen Rogue go between good and bad. Like, I just love the idea that we're seeing just because somebody has an ideal or a dream, it's not necessarily right, and it's not necessarily right all the time. So we're kind of seeing the balance shift to like, I agree. I kind of agree with more with Magneto now too, which I don't think I ever would have said in the original show. So this is expert writing, and I think it shows off what the comics are about. And it also, sorry, real quick too, I also feel like it's why I love the X-Men, because when I look at like Captain America or Iron Man, like they're boring to me because they're always so idealistic.
Yes.
Cap is at least a little better in the movies, live action, because he does go kind of back and forth. But like the X-Men have always been like wild cards again, Gambit. So
They were cards against humanity.
yeah, they were cards against humanity. So yeah, this perfectly shows like these people are a minority who are struggling with how they fit in, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see.
I'd say, kind of going along that theme, I'd say that final battle between the Gold Team and Magneto, and having him fight back and forth with Charles, and it's like it goes back to their ideals, and it's like what is right, what's more important, and how far they're willing to go to fight for those ideals. And I think, in the old show, they were always opposed to each other, but I don't think we ever really got to see them like really like slug it out. You know what I mean? Sure. And here we're finally getting to see that, and you're seeing and I think what's also very big is we're actually slowly watching the X-Men team kind of fall apart.
Yeah.
Which like that is really huge. So yeah, I think going along with that same theme, but just I think that specific scene in the end where the actual battle is.
Yeah, when they first revealed that 5 X-Men were joining the show for 97, Bishop, Morph, Cable, Nightcrawler, Sunspot, I was kind of like, that's a lot. But seeing how it's played out with, Bishop's gone for most of the series.
Yeah.
Like, Rogue is now evil. Storm is kind of out of play for a while. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I want to be different and talk about
Not like you.
Cyclops and Cable for a minute here.
All right.
Go for it.
Because I think I like that he's trying to bond with Cable still and stuff, but Cyclops is really, they're in a similar position here because they're both so lost about what's real and where the memories started. Who does Scott love really? Because he's not even sure, how much of his life he spent with Jean anymore.
Yeah.
And it's crazy too because like Cinder just says like, I can tell you when I switched you, and she's like, no, she's with me, whatever. But like I know Scott is going through so much just like insane confusion, and he's still keeping it all together as he does. And I think that's something that is very common in the X comics in general, and he's always trying to find that sense of control and sense of understanding. And so that's my X factor.
Yeah. And I know personally when Jean was like, no, I don't want to know. She's with me. I was like, shut up, Jean.
I know.
Tell us.
Right. Like, we want to know.
All right. So for this week's Previously On, this was inspired by Mr. Ryan Yorio. How will Gambit come back? A, as a horseman. B, Krakoan resurrection. C, Franklin Richards, which is what I hinted at before. Franklin's the one who brings back the Avengers after they all die from Onslaught. Or D, girl, she dead, girl.
Oh, she's dead.
Girl, she dead.
I feel like a horseman makes the most sense. So I'll go with that.
Okay, how about you, Kevin?
Well, I know she ain't dead girl forever. I know that's not the option.
Girl, she dead, girl.
And I don't know. Didn't Krakoa just come to an end technically in officially comics world now?
Yeah, it's funny because when you were on Slayer Fest 98, they were the first people I've ever heard say they did not like Krakoa because everybody's been posting like, I'm so sad. I'm going to miss Krakoa. I love Krakoa. Why does it have to end? And they were the only people like, fuck Krakoa.
Well, Paul from Power X-Men says especially the recent comics, they're not good. And I haven't been reading them, but I'm like, I kind of trust his perspective because he's like such a proprietor of the lore and he knows good stories. So I'm like, he's like, yeah, X-Men 97 is way outshining the comic books right now. So I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
that's so I'm like, I guess I'm not gonna be too keen on that, but I guess I do Horseman too. It does make sense. So
Yeah. Fuck you, Ryan. It makes sense. I'm going to say Horseman. All right. Next up, we have Tolerance is Extinction Part 3. So what theories do we have on how this is all going to wrap up for the next year?
I don't even know. I know.
It's so crazy.
Theories to form. Like, this is all like blowing my mind right now. So yeah, I have no expectations.
Expectations.
See what I did there?
I mean, they can really go anywhere, and that's the thing. It's so unpredictable in a lot of ways because the way they combine stories and make up their own stuff in the same time. So it could be anything.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying, I'm like, I still think something. I don't know. I don't know because I still think Phoenix could pop up, but I don't think it's going to happen next episode. I feel like that's going to be something for season 2. I don't. And Storm is probably in the water somewhere. She's not dead. She's in the water somewhere.
And I thought she came back out.
They didn't show her yet.
Oh.
So I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like Bastion has to have to be, but this be Bastion stuff. How do they fight Bastion in the other one? I don't know. I have no idea.
I honestly don't remember. I read those so long ago.
Yeah.
Good, because I don't want to know.
Okay.
I want to see how it plays out.
I don't want to know anything.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
That's one of the songs in the Charmed musical.
Now streaming.
Yeah.
I definitely think Xavier's going to shut down Magneto's mind. I'm still on the Onslaught train. And I think they will defeat Bastion, probably with the collar, because that's the only thing the X-Men have going for them right now.
Yeah.
I think we'll wrap up everything nicely with the storylines here. Magneto will be left comatose, Bastion will be defeated, and then we'll get a hint of Onslaught for season 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You already lost your mind.
You're right.
All right, great. That brings us through Tolerance is Extinction Part 2. The series is still going strong. Our nipples are all still pretty hard from how amazing this writing is.
Yes.
I've already gotten people like demanding for Bo to come back.
Which, like, it's crazy that they fired him, but that's a story for another time.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll find out the deets.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Yes, Jonathan.
Where can the people find you?
I am on Twitter at Razorburn. It's my gamer tag. It's RAYZYRBYRN. And I do also have a YouTube channel under the same tag. So if you're interested in fighting games at all, you can find me there.
What games are you playing right now?
Right now, I'm playing Guilty Gear Strive. I have played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in the past. I've played Marvel 2. I mean, if you can think of fighting games, I've probably played it. So if you're curious, check it out.
Mortal Kombat?
I mean, I played it.
Street Fighter?
I played it.
Kevin, where can they find you?
X-Men Next Dimension.
I played that too, and I loved that game.
I love X-Men Next Dimension. I know. Feel the burn. Razor burn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bash is in that game, so I keep talking about that game.
Oh.
Was he? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
It's been so long.
he's like the main guy in it, like the main bad guy in it.
What?
I don't think I ever played the arcade mode. I think I just like messed around in training mode because I didn't have people to play it with. So I don't think I ever played through the arcade, the story.
Yeah. So, fine. I need to put it back on. And I want to play X-Men Legends again, but that's another story.
Yeah, I think it never got brought up because we had to re-record, but I've been playing the Genesis X-Men game on my new little device, and I love that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yay.
Kevin, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can follow my personal Instagram, KJEEZY87, all the things. Or you can follow the other podcast that we do, Words of the Witches, and that's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube's.
Or you can find me on
That's so
Shawn
good.
Perret on Instagram and follow all my podcasts that have been, or my book, or my thread list. Yay!
Yay. Cool. We did it.